been on my grind.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, Magic Loader here, back with another Rocket League video. Today I'll be showing you the top 5 mistakes that a Rocket League beginner does. Before we start, I just want to say that these tips are from my own personal experience and they are for actual beginners, but even better players also might learn a couple of things. Without any further ado, let's get into the video. Mistake number 1. Not warming up before playing competitive. I see tons of new players and even more advanced players going straight into ranked matches without playing any casual games for warm-up. This is a big mistake. If you don't warm up before playing competitive, you can lose your rank faster than your grandfather can lose his panties. Warming up is the key for playing better and ranking up faster. You might ask why. For example, look at me. This is me playing with no warm-up. Now how does that look? Oh shit. Now for real, if you think you can play when you're not warmed up, you're in a crazy misunderstanding with your brain cells. That's not how it works. Everything in life needs to warm up. For an example, here are some things that need to warm up before doing anything normally without any problems. A car, a motorcycle, a girl, your skill in Rocket League, etc. That's it. Now all you've got to do is just play some training or a couple of casual games every time before playing competitive. You should be able to see strong improvements in your plays and in your skills on competitive and in the game in general. Mistake number 2. Your camera settings are set to default. I know you're all probably thinking, Magic Loader, who has their camera set to default? You're wrong. I've seen tons of new players use the default camera settings, and that probably explains why they cannot improve faster in Rocket League. So let's see how do the camera settings look when they're at default, and after that we'll be comparing them with my camera settings. Note, my camera settings are not professional and I made them to suit my gameplay. I'm not a professional Rocket League player. So here we set the camera settings to default. Now let's move around and check it out. As you can see, I can barely even hit the ball and I can't see a lot of the field around me. I also can't see what's behind the ball, and this is exactly why it is way harder to play like this than on a custom made camera settings. Now let's change the camera settings to mine. As we can see, I can clearly see almost the whole field around me as well as behind the ball, and I can actually see where I'm going. This helps a ton in Rocket League. So make sure that you change your camera settings so they actually suit you and your gameplay. Also, it's not a mistake if you copy some of the professional players' camera settings because they're actually professionals for a reason. At least I think. Mistake number 3. He ball chases. Now we've all seen players ball chasing in Rocket League. I even see it in my matches and unfortunately even between the pros. It's sad that this mistake has not been prioritized in the community. It's a huge part of the game and it's very important not to ball chase. To fix this, just try to follow the rotation of the players and never stay with the ball for too long or if your teammate is next to you. I can assure you that once you fix this problem, you'll be playing twice as better. Mistake number 4. Prioritizes boost over the ball. Boost pretty often tends to pull players away from their position. Everyone loves boost pads because they're so thick and smooth and ready to suck your The best tip I got for you is that you pick up the small boost pads instead of going for the big ones when you have no time. In Rocket League, even a small time period like a couple of seconds can be game changing. Here are clips of some people who prioritized boost over the ball and lost the possession of it or even got scored on. I know boost is attractive, but sometimes you got to follow your brain, and now you're thinking the pants. Mistake number 5. Copies cars that pros use. Now this is not a mistake that too many players do, but I've seen quite a couple, so I decided to put it in the video anyways. It's not like I had no idea what to put as the 5th mistake, duh. Anyways, let's talk about this problem. We've all spent hours and hours watching pros play tournaments and games in Rocket League every day, and we've all seen their cool cars. But copying their cars is not a smart move. You have to take into consideration that if you take or buy the same car as the professional player has, you won't be having the same skill as they have with the car. They've probably spent hundreds or even thousands of hours playing the game with that particular car just to get to the point where they are today. So what have we learned? Don't spend your fucking money on shitty cars!